ده هو dromen زمان.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Is it loud enough?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. I think we'll mute for now, and then inshallah we'll take it from there. When you need to talk, inshallah you can unmute.
Inshallah.
Yeah, mommy, but play with the game. Mommy.
Inshallah, let's wait for a few more minutes and see if more people are joining.
You sure you have it?
Have it up?
You sure you?
Yeah.
So why isn't it working?
What's wrong?
I don't know where the address is.
Asking for help. Okay. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulih al-kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So inshallah we'll start now, and as more people join they can continue. We'll just do some basic review. Okay, inshallah. So I believe everybody is able to hear me.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So let's start with some basic review. Now, by now, everybody should be able to tell me what a kalima is.
Word.
Kalima
Meaning.
is a meaningful word, right? And how many parts a kalima has?
3.
Three. And the names are?
Ism,
Harf.
fi'l, and harf.
Fi'l.
Very good. So, what is the meaning of ism?
Noun,
Noun.
Noun. And harf?
Harf.
particle.
Particle. And fi'l
Verb.
is the verb. Very good. Then we said next time when we talk about an ism, how many things should come into our mind?
4.
Four. And what are those?
Jins.
I'm
Jin.
gonna hide this so that you guys tell me now.
Jins. Other.
Mas'ad,
Jins,
hala,
hala, okay, jins, adad, ala, and
capacity.
capacity. Okay, now everybody clear on that, or we still have confusion about this? You know, you can unmute it for now, and if I can hear everybody, give me your feedback. Are we good on this?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the third one? What?
Wasat, the
Wasat.
capacity.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if we are good with that, then the next thing we did was we talked about the jins. Now, remember the part where we did the 8 categories?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was the most important one?
Tamarbuta.
Tamarbuta. Okay. Now, do we need to go over this? Is everybody okay on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what did we do last time?
Adad.
Adad. What is the meaning of adad?
Number.
Sister Afi, is this your daughter in the background?
Yes.
Is it possible?
I'll mute.
Yeah. Okay. So, so adad, what did we learn about adad? That in Arabic, how many kind of adad we have?
3.
Say that again.
3.
3. And what are those?
Wow.
Yeah. Try.
Jama and Masna.
Okay.
Mufrad. Wathanna.
Musanna,
Jama.
Jama.
Jama. And how many kind of Jama we have?
2.
Jama Salim, Jama Mukassar.
Okay. Very good. What is the Jama Salim?
When the root letter is there.
Yes.
One at a time, please.
Yeah, when there is a, the root letter are there and completely in the plural.
Okay. Jama Salim is when the actual noun, when you're making the Jama, is still there, then it's a Jama Salim. Right? And if when you're making Jama and you break the noun, then it's Jama Mukassar. Okay? For example, we have the example Muslimun. How do we make it dual? We add the
Muslimani.
ani sound to it, right? So Muslimani. Kalamun, kalaman.
Kalama.
Muslimatun, muslimatani. Now Muslima is a female, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So Muslimatun is female, so it's going to be Muslimatani. Shajarata or Shajara? Shajaratani. Saleh, Salehani. Okay. Now, we also talked about something called Isme Zat and Isme Sifat. So what is the difference between these two?
Isme Sifat describes quality.
Very good. And Isme Zat?
Like the object itself.
The object itself, mashallah. So in other words, the general rule is if it is a sifat, then the resulting plural is a jama salim. If it's ism zat, then it is jama mukassar. For example, kitab will be kitabani, and then the plural will be kutub. Everybody with me on this one?
Yeah.
So that means, see, the kitab got broken by kutub. Okay? So it's jama mukassar. Kalamun, kalamani, aklamun. So what is this? Jama mukassar. Because kalamun has been broken into when we making the plural. Okay? Now, this concept is very important to grasp. Otherwise, you will have trouble understanding the next lecture, which is today. Okay, so let me quickly go back. Sorry, I'm not feeling very good from the last week or so. So I may cough once in a while, so please excuse me for that. Okay, so we have covered the jinns, correct?
Yes.
And then we covered the adad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, did you notice one thing? That when we covered the adad, we also need to know the jinns,
Yes.
right? Because it makes a difference.
Yeah.
So these two were kind of dependent on each other. Make sense?
Yeah.
So today we are going to skip the wusat for now, and we are going to go to the hala, which is a status. Okay? Because wusat we can understand at a later time, but today, based on the information we have, we are ready to understand the status of the noun. Okay? So since when we were doing the other, we needed to know the jins. When we are going to do the hala, we need to know both adad and jins. Making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now you must be thinking, what does the status mean? The status tells me about few things. Okay. I would like you to write this down and try to understand this with me. Okay. When you are dealing with a noun, you need to know who is the doer. Okay. Another word for doer is, in English, is called subject. Okay. And in Arabic, the name is fa'il. Okay. In plain English, the noun which is doing something. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So the purpose of the status is that it will tell me whether my noun, the one I'm using, is in the status of doing something or something is happening to it, which means it is the object, and in Arabic it's known as maf'ul. Something is happening to the noun. Okay. Everything clear on that? So far, so good? So far, I'm okay with this. Everybody
Yes.
understand what we're trying to do here? Okay, good.
Yes.
Third thing is when we want to show the noun, the possession of noun. Okay. So I'll give you an example for this. And the example is, for example, if I say Hamid hit Zaid. Okay. So who is the doer?
Hamid.
Hamid is the doer or the subject. Agree?
Yes.
In Arabic, he is the file. He's doing the action of hitting, right? That's the action. Who's the object? Zaid is the object. He is getting the beating, right? So Hamid is beating who? Zaid. Now, this is English. If I say Zaid hit Hamid, what happened?
Which?
The Zaid is now subject and Hamid is
Object.
object. So here maf'ul is Zaid. Now maf'ul is Hamid and Zaid is file. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So in order to understand this state of the noun, like what state he is in, we need to know, the harakas. Like for example, the dhamma, the fatha, and the kasra. In English, the positioning of the noun makes a difference. See, the moment you switch the order, the object and file changes. In Arabic, that doesn't matter. Arabic does not rely on the positioning of the letter. It relies on the haraka. And what is the haraka we know? Can you tell me? The to dhamma, to fatha, or to kasra. Okay. So the file status is done by this. What is this? If there is dhammatan on a noun, then it is a file.
Yes.
Okay. Maf'ul, when there is two fatha, is known as maf'ul.
Yes.
Okay. And if there is a kasra, then it's the possession. For example, Hamid's book. Okay. So Hamid's book is a possession. The book is in the possession of Hamid. So in order to define this or tell me the status of Hamid, I have to put the two kasras here. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. So the status when there is a dhamma is known as rafa. What is it known as?
Rafa.
And when it is fathatan, then it is nasab. Say it, nasab.
Mansub.
And when the possession, then it is known as jar. Okay. So when we put a single dhamma or dhammatan on a noun, it is known as marfu. Okay. If there is a fatha or fathatan, then it is known as mansub. What is it known as?
Mansub.
Mansub. If there is a kasra or kasratan, then it's known as majrur. Okay. For example, a person who accepts Islam is known as Muslim. Making sense?
Yes.
So these are the names of, if a noun, if I say this noun is marfu, then that means there is either a single dhamma or dhammatan on it. And the status of that noun will be?
Rafa.
If there is a fatha or fathatan, the name of will be mansub.
Mansub.
Status will be known as halat al-nasab. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it tells me whether it is a file or a maf'ul. So anytime I want to talk about a file, it's going to be halat rafa, will have dhammatan. That is why by default in Arabic, when we write a noun, for example, we write Muslimun. That's the default position. This is the default status of a noun. Default status of noun. Make sense?
Yes.
So when I say kitabun, what status I am talking about? You're going to say it is rafa.
Rafa.
Kitabun, Muslimun, kitabun is in which state?
Rafa.
Rafa. Why?
Because of the double dhamma.
Very good. So is this part clear? Because then we can move on to something else.
So what is the difference between the Rafa and the Marfu? So what is
Okay, see, as I said, when a person accepts Islam, what do you call them?
a Muslim?
Muslim, right?
Yes.
So similarly, when a noun has a dhamma on it, you can call it marfu.
Hmm.
Okay, but the status is rafa. That we can say this noun is in the status of rafa, but when there is a dhamma, we call it marfu. That's like a name.
Oh, okay.
That's like a name. Marfu mean that on this noun there is a dhamma or dhammatan. If I say this noun is mansub, that means there is a fatha or fathatan. If I say this noun is majrur, that means it has a kasra or kasratan. Okay, and then if I say what is the status, you say this is in halate rafa or hala rafa, hala nasab, and hala jar.
Okay.
Making sense? Okay. So now the important thing is this. There is a rule here. When, I think you should write it down. When a noun is singular, okay, whether masculine or feminine, the status of a noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter. So can we repeat this? When a noun is singular, singular mean we need to know the other, right?
Yes.
And whether it's a feminine or masculine, we know the jins, right? Then the status of the noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter.
The haraka. Oh.
Okay, just to tell you how, let me show you this. Let's say, do you guys see this?
Yes.
What is here? Adat. What is this? What is this? Wahid. Wahid mean?
Singular.
Singular, right? Musanna mean?
Dual.
Dual. And Jama mean?
Plural.
Many.
Plural. Now, what does Muzakkar mean?
Mutakkar.
This is the gens. This is the gens, right? Gender. So Muzakkar is male and Muannas is
Yeah.
female. For Musanna, Muzakkar, male, female. Male, female, right? Now, what is this? Rafa, right? What is this?
Nasab.
Nasab and jar. So if I take this word, Muslimun, we know this, right? Wahid, a single Muslim man is Muslimun. What is the last letter? The last letter is meme. What is on the meme?
Double dhamma.
Double dhamma. So this will be halat rafa.
Rafa.
If I want to convert that into nasab, I'm gonna say
Man.
man. Making sense?
Yes.
Then Muslimin.
Musliman.
So this is the haraka, right? Dammatan, fatatan, kasratan. So what is the name of this? Marfu. This is in the state of mansub. This is state of majrur. So what is the status this? Now when you see Muslimun, is it fa'il or maf'ul? Remember we talked about fa'il. What is fa'il?
It's file, yeah.
Yeah. So fa'il is the doer, right? If I see in a sentence, in ayah, if I see Muslimun, then I know this is the doer. Making sense? Or he is the fa'il. If I see Musliman, then what it is? The object or the maf'ul. Making sense? Okay. And if I say Muslimin, then it is jar.
Possessive. Jar.
Possessive. Okay. Very good. Possessive. Possessive. Okay. Now, what will be the female of Muslim?
Muslimatun.
Muslimatun. So I'm going to say Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go back to our rule. I said when a noun is singular, whether it's a male or female, the status of a noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter. What is haraka? Haraka is the dhamma, fatha or kasra, right? These are the harakas, right? So look at this. This is wahid, right?
Yes.
Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. I am looking at the last letter and I'm putting the haraka for rafa, nasab and jar. Female, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's look at an example. Let me ask you this. Here is one word. What is it?
Kafir.
Kafir. Okay, what will be the rafa?
Kafirun.
Kafirun. What will be nasab?
Kafiran.
Kafiran, right? When you use, sorry, one thing I forgot to tell you. When is a muzakkar and we using a nasab, we have to add a alif.
Okay.
Okay. What will be the jar?
Kafirin.
Kafirin.
Kafirin. Good. So this is rafa, this is nasab
Nasab.
and jar. Okay. Easy. Now what will be the female of kafir?
Kafiratun.
Kafiratun.
So how would you say nasab? Kafiratun,
Kafiratan.
kafiratan, and
Kafiratin.
kafiratin. Easy, isn't it? So rule number one, when a noun is singular, whether it's a male or female, the status of a noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter. Okay, so it's a very simple, easy rule. Now the second rule is also very easy. When, please write it down, when a noun is broken plural, okay, whether male or female, okay, the status of the noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter. Is there any difference in the first rule and the second rule?
No.
No. Okay. So basically, if you know the gender and if you know the other of a noun, you can tell me the status of it just by these two rules. Making sense?
Yes.
When a noun is a broken plural, whether male or female, the status of the noun can be determined by the haraka on the last letter. Okay, let's take an example. Okay. Okay. We know that what is one of the example? We have something called kitab, right? Or sorry, yeah, kitab, right? So what is the jama of kitab?
Kitabun.
Not kitabun, kutub.
Kutub.
Kutub, right? Kutubun,
Kutuban.
Kutuban.
kutuban,
Kutubin.
When.
kutubin. Making sense?
Yes.
Similarly, what will be the female of, let me find an example of, okay, for example, say that again.
Kutubatan.
No,
Kutubatun.
we cannot make a kitab into female kitab. That is only true for physical. We know that if this person is a male or female, that we could add tamarguta. Okay, I'll come back to you with that. But did you notice that the same thing applies in the muzakkar, that is kutubun, kutaban, kutuban, and kutubin. Okay, so that the same rule applies in. So it's very simple now. If the noun is singular, whether muzakkar or muannas, or if a noun is a broken plural, we can tell the status by the last letter and the haraka on it. Now, so dammatan tells you it's a file. If a nasab, meaning is the object, and if it's a jar, then it is possession. Okay, let me give you another example. Mashallah, you guys read this every day, or you hear it every day. So we have something called Muhammadun, right? So when you say Muhammadun, what does that mean? This is in what state or status? Rafa. Okay. And the action will be, he is the file.
File.
Now Muhammadan, then how do we know this is nasab and he is maf'ul? Can somebody give me an example of Muhammadan? When we listen to the azan, we say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu. What do we say? Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Or Ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Can you please somebody? I just get my mind. Can somebody recite the azan for me? Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Right? So it is the nasab, he is the maf'ul. We are saying, I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Rasul of Allah. Okay, and then when we read the durud, we say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammadin. When we say Ali Muhammadin, what are we saying? The family of Prophet Muhammad. So there is kasra underneath. So here is the jar, here is the nasab, and here is the rafa. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that who can remind me number one?
Sorry.
Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, who can tell me what is rafa is? If I tell you, let me ask you a question. I say this noun is in the status of rafa. So what does that tell you about that?
This is doer subject.
That's the subject,
Doer,
mashallah. It's a
subject.
file, right? Like in a sentence, if a noun has the two dhamma or it's in the halat rafa, that means that noun is the doer of that action, or whatever is happening in the sentence is the doer. If I say nasab, what did that mean?
Object maf'ul.
Mansub.
Is the object.
Object.
Oh, very good job. So what is the rule number 1? Can somebody just read it out when the one we wrote it down earlier?
When noun is singular,
Mhm.
and you can determine the status with harakah of last letter.
Very good. So what are those letters?
Double dhamma,
Damatan, kasratan, fatatan. Right?
Natan.
Okay. Now, now the rule number 3. Rule number 3 for a dual noun, the status is determined by the ending sound. For a dual noun, the status is determined by the ending. I'll give you an example. We cannot determine by the haraka on the last letter. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say, what is the dual of Muslim?
Muslimani,
Muslim.
Muslimani. Is it muzakkar or muannas?
Mudakkar.
Muzakkar. So Muslimani. Do we know this from the last class?
Yeah.
So Muslimani is halat rafa. Do we see a dhamma here on the last letter?
No.
No.
No, because for musanna we get to know the status by the ani sound.
Mm.
What sound?
Ani.
Ani.
Ani sound in the rafa. In the nasab is gonna be muslimaini. Muslimaini. What is the sound?
Muslimain.
Aini sound. Muslimaini. And the good news is that nasab and jar for musanna is same. It's gonna be muslimaini.
Muslimain.
So if I ask you next time, could you please tell me what is the nasab rafa of musanna noun? You're gonna say the ani sound,
Ani.
right? And the nasab and jar will be the aini sound. Muslimaini, muslimaini, muslimani, muslimaini, muslimaini. Making sense? So what will be the female of Musliman? Muslimani.
Matani.
Lima.
Muslimatani. Muslimatani.
Tani.
So what will be the rafa nasab of two Muslima?
Muslimataini.
Muslimataini. Muslimataini. Muslimataini. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So who can tell me the rule number 2? Or I mean the rule for musanna?
For a doer noun,
For a
the
dual
status
noun.
is determined by the ending sound.
Very good job. So the status is determined by the ending sound. And as we saw, the sound is ani, aini. Ani, aini. So you will take the name, you will make it musanna, and you will say muslimani for rafa, and muslimaini for nasab, and muslimaini for jar. Now, if nasab and jar is the same, how would you know which is nasab and which is jar? You will know from the context of the sentence,
Sentence.
Yes.
right? Now, for Jama Salim, let's say Jama Salim, let's take the example of Muslim again. the rule number, again, the rule number 4, for a sound plural, the status is determined by the ending sound for male, and same for female. So there is ending sound, there are different sound, but you have to take a look at it. So I'm going to show you how to make that sound. Let's say Muslim, right? Muslimun, right? What is the plural of Muslim?
Muslim.
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 Muslimun.
Muna.
Muslimun.
Muna. Remember we did that in the last class?
Una.
So what sound is it? Una sound.
Una.
Over there, ani sound, and for plural, jama salim, which is sound, we had the una sound in halat rafa. What is the nasab and jar? It's the same again. It's going to be muslimaini. Muslimaini. Sorry, muslimina. Sorry, muslimina.
Amina.
Okay, aini sound was for the so muslimina, muslimina. So ina sound, ina, e, or ina sound, una sound, and it's ani sound, ani, and aini.
Brother Abid, why this is for Muannas? Muslimuna.
We are talking about muzakkar first. Okay.
Okay, this is Muzakkar. Okay.
Yeah. So muslimuna, the una sound, muslimina, ina sound, ina and una sound. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about the muannas. Since I don't have space here, I'm going to write on top of here. So the muannas for muslimuna is muslimatun. Muslimatun. So the nasab will be muslima
Ina.
in
In.
muslima in. So notice that for nasab and jar, for musanna and jama salim, the mudakkar or muannas, they are pretty much the same. Muslimatin, muslimatin. So sound will be muslimatun, muslimatin, muslimatin. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. If this makes sense, let's go ahead and let's do another exercise. Okay. I want everybody to make a page like this. Okay, it's very important that you do this. Okay, you have these lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we need to put in the top right, we're gonna put adat. Okay, and here we put the jins, and here this is the status, right? So first one is rafa, the second one is nasab, and the third one is jar. Okay. From adat, we know that there is a wahid, which is singular. So this is the practice sheet. The reason I'm making it with you, because we need to do this practice. So first, I'm going to put male and then a female, right? The second one is musanna, meaning dual. We have an example for male and then for female, okay? Then we have the jama, which is plural. And then we will say same thing, male and female. What do we call male in Arabic?
Muzakkar.
Muzakkar, very good. Okay. And the female?
Muannas.
Oneness.
Oneness. Very good job. Okay, so the word I'm taking is let's take Rajulun. Who's Rajulun? Who is Rajulun?
Man.
A man, right? One man.
Aina.
And what status he has right now?
Yes, Rafa.
Rafa.
Rafa, meaning right away you know that he is in the
Doer.
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 Very good job. Now, who can make the nasab of it?
Rajulan.
Rajulan. Rajulan.
Lan.
Making sense?
Yes.
Right. Why did I put the alif? Actually, the
As-
haraka goes right here and then the alif.
As
Because,
Mansub.
yes, because in the male, when we are making nasab, we have to add the alif. What will be the jar?
Rajulin.
Okay, Rajulin. So, Rajulin. Now, what made you do this? Actually, sorry. Somebody tell me why we did that?
When the noun is singular, the status of noun can be determined.
Very good
By
job.
the
So we need
haraka.
to know this. That's why I'm asking. And please, other people should participate as well. So when a noun is singular, whether it's a male or female, we can determine the status by the haraka on the last letter. So you need to tell me that, because that is the reason. And once that gets into your head, next time it will become easy for you. Making sense? Okay, so for lady, we have something called imra'atun. What is
A woman.
imra'atun, right? What does the imra'atun mean?
A woman.
Woman.
A woman. So what will be the nasab? Can somebody else try it?
Imra'atan.
Imra'atun.
Ta.
And then imra'atin.
Tin.
Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So what will be the dual of rajul?
Rajulani. Rajulan.
Rajulani. Very good job. Okay, so Rajulani. What status is that? Rafa.
Rafa.
Now the next one is a quiz question. Who can tell me the nasab of this?
Right.
Rajulaini.
Very good. Who said it? I need to know your name.
Umar.
Umar, mashallah. Rajulaini. Because is the ending sound. Ani sound and aini sound. What is the jar of this?
Same.
Rajulain.
Same. Rajulaini. Rajulaini. Now, if you don't see the dhamma and the fatha here, if you don't know this rule, you will be looking for the dhamma, kasra, and fatha, right? That's why people say that these three signs are the i'rab, right? But they are not i'rab; they are the harakas. But the i'rab is the making of an Arabic. Like when we need to know the status, and then we look at the last letter, and we also look at the adad and the jins. Making sense? Okay. So what will be the dual of woman?
Imra'atan.
Imra'a tani.
Tan.
And imra'a
Taini.
taini.
Imra'ataini.
Okay, imra'ataini, imra'ataini. Okay, now let's take the plural of rajulun. What will be the plural?
Rajuluna.
Rijalun.
No, is
Rijal.
now that's a good question. That will normally come to your mind that rajuluna is the plural. But is
Rijali.
Rasul isme zaat or isme sifat?
Arjulun? No.
Isme Zat.
Isme zaat. So mostly the rule is when it's isme zaat, the plural is what kind of plural?
Broken.
Broken. So it's gonna be rijalun. Okay. What is the rule number for what is the rule for mukassar? That how do you determine the status?
When a noun is broken plural, the status of the noun can be determined by the haraka on the
Last
last
letter.
letter.
So what will be the nasab?
Rijalan.
Rijalan and
Rijalan.
rijali. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So let's take an example here for the ladies. It will be imra'a, imra'atun, imra'atin,
Tan. Tim.
imra'atin. Making sense?
Why not tan? Imratan.
Because remember, we said in this slide,
Oh,
the
yes.
ending sound, not the,
Yeah.
because it's not a jama mukassar. That's where
Yeah,
it
yeah.
got thrown off, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Imratan.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so if you guys understand that, let's take a look at some examples from the Quran. Okay, I'll show you. Let me. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now, can you guys see my screen now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so this is Surah Kahf, and today is being Friday. We read Surah Kahf every Friday, Alhamdulillah. This is the story of Hazrat Musa and Khidr alayhi salam.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the third story when the wall was about to fall down and Khidr alayhi salam fixed it. And Hazrat Musa didn't know the logic behind it, so he keep asking those questions. So this is where Khidr alayhi salam is answering the question. So look at this. Wa ammal jidaru. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa ammal jidaru fakana li ghulamaini. What is the sound here?
Maini.
Maini. So
Yes.
right away, what do you know?
It's
This is dual.
dual.
It's a dual. Now here it says, and as for the wall, it was for two orphan boys.
Boys.
So what is it? Is it nasab or jar? Who's the object here? The boys are the object.
No.
Boys
Jidar.
are
Oh, the boys are the
boys are the subject.
No, because if they were
boys.
the subject, they will be ghulamani.
Oh.
Remember, the subject is halat rafa. Ghulamaini in musanna. What is the rafa and nasab? Nasab and jar. Muslimaini. So what ghulam is a boy, like a young boy, right? Ghulam. So what is the dual of ghulam?
Gulamaini.
Ghulamani, right? First it will be halat rafa. If I say give me the rafa, you're gonna say ghulamani, right? Two boys. If it's nasab, because right now we're talking about the boys. We're not, the boys are not the, who's the actor here? Who is doing the talking?
Khidr alayhi salam.
Khidr alayhi salam. So he's talking about those two boys.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a halat nasab.
Okay, they are the subject.
You understand? This is halat. This will be halat nasab. Now, yatimaini. What is yatimaini?
Dual.
Yatim is what?
Halat.
In Arabic or Urdu we say yatim. What is the meaning of yatim?
Orphan.
Orphan. Yatim mean one orphan. If I have to say yatim in halat rafa for dual, what am I going to say? Yati mani, right? So in here, since we are talking about the boys, there are two boys and they're both orphans. So what is the word here? Yatimaini.
Mine.
So which status is this?
Nasab.
Nasab. Can everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay,
Please
we
help me
understand.
with this. Other people, if they can unmute, Brother Fawad and other people, if they can unmute and answer this question, that would be very nice. And Sister Afi, you can also unmute it.
So Yatimaini is the object now.
Yatimaini, in this case, in the status of an object, because we are talking about the boys. We are telling
Nasab.
that these are two boys, they're two boys. Right? So we just talked about the nasab and jar. Right now we need to know what status is this noun in, right? Let's take another example. Let me go back. If I can go back right here. And then also there was a example of the two friends in Surah Kahf. Remember?
Yeah.
So Rajulaini, Wadrib lahum masalar Rajulaini. What is Rajulaini?
Two men.
Two men. Now here, it's a nasab or jar?
This is jar.
It is Nasab.
It is nasab. Why? Because they are the object.
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the example of two men. We're not seeing any possession here. Do we see any possession here?
No.
Possession will tell you it's halat jar. Right now, I can tell you that this is nasab. Making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then what is this? Ja'alna li ahadihima jannataini. What is jannatayn?
Two gardens.
Garden.
Two gardens. Right? So again, this is the musanna of Jannah. And what status is it?
Nasab.
Nasab.
Nasab, mashallah. So here we can see that, mashallah, we are understanding the Quran, or we at least now have the knowledge to identify certain things. Does that make you feel excited?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So here again, kiltal jannataini. Again, the two gardens. So when we are talking about something, that means is halat-e nasab. Okay. If there was a possession, then we know that is halat-e
Jar.
okay. So how do you feel now? Tell me. Who's excited?
And me.
Mashallah, yes.
Alhamdulillah. I know it's a little bit complicated, but once you understand it, then you know what we're talking about. Okay. What is this saddaini?
Baina is Sadani.
Sad is a wall. Sad meaning a wall, a barrier. Okay. How many walls did Zulkarnain made?
I think two.
According to this is two.
It means Saddaini. It means two. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the Quranic.com. So if I'm not sure, I'm just going to click on it. And look at this. The jins of this noun, this is a ism. So first thing I know that it is ism, and it means two mountains or two walls, right? And what is the jins of this? Muzakkar. What is the other?
Musanna.
And what is the tayyun?
Ma'arifa.
Marfa. We haven't heard Marfa yet. Marfa is the capacity, right?
Yeah,
so we haven't.
Because of al.
Yes. So we will know because it's a saddaini. We know it's a marfa. And look, there are other stuff which we don't know yet. Look at the hala. What is the hala here?
Majrur.
Majrur. When I see majrur, what does this mean then?
Position.
That it was possession. That between the walls. Okay. So this is where you can use this tool, alhamdulillah, to understand further. Like if you really want to drill down into this and want to know, alhamdulillah, now we know that it's ism, we also know it's muzakkar, we also know musanna, and we also know that is the hala. Where is Sister Umaima today? She's very quiet. Is she listening?
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I'm here.
All right, alhamdulillah. Are you following, by the way, what's going on?
Yes, I am.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, so that is why I'm so excited, because I believe that this concept, if you get it, Wallahi, for any time you read the Quran or any further education you're gonna get in Arabic, this will be always coming back again and again to know what is going on. Okay, so let me share with you another screen, and this time we are going to go, inshallah, here, and let me show you here. Okay, so lesson 5. This is something we did today. Okay. So let's look at some sentences together. Here, see, look at the top line. I'm going to look at this. Allahu Khaliqu kulli shay. Who can understand this?
Allah is the Khaliq of everything.
MashaAllah. So now, MashaAllah,
Creator
you
of everything.
understand Arabic. So Allahu is in what state?
Object, subject, sorry, subject.
فاعل.
Is Halat Rafa, right? He's in the state of Rafa. And Khaliqu,
Rafa.
verb.
Rafa.
also Rafa,
Um,
right?
mhm.
Now look at
Ah.
Shay'in. Shay'in is in what state?
Majrur.
جر.
Jar.
MashaAllah, jar or majrur, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now look at the next one. At-talibu mujtahidun. So what is talibu?
Masru,
فاعل.
Marfu
marfu,
or halat rafa.
rafa,
Mujtahid,
Is again
Nasr.
nasab,
no, look at the ending word. Is it singular or plural?
it's a subject file.
So you're right, is a halate rafa.
رفع.
So we are trying to understand by looking at, see, when you look at a noun, okay, what do you need to look at? You need to know the jins and you need to know the adat. Make sense? So based on these two criteria, we said if it's male or female, as long as it's wahid, we can look at the last word, last letter, and whatever the haraka, we know that it is
This
the
Is it not?
Mujtahidun or Mujtahidan?
agar mujtahid, if it was mujtahidan, then it would have been nasab. But right
Okay.
now,
It's
it
not
is
Mujtahid.
right. Now, since we haven't understood al yet, you know, at-talibu, because when al is added to a noun, the tanween drops to single. Okay? Al-kitabu mufidun.
Both are marfu.
The book.
Marfu.
rafa,
Halat rafa.
رفع.
Okay?
حالة
You say-
رفع.
yeah, you say
Halat.
either hala rafa or you say marfu, right? And then you know it's a file. Now, abudullaha.
Abdullah.
Or, yeah, so what is Allah? In what state is Allah?
Nasr.
Nasab. Because we're talking about a slave of Allah, right?
Slave of Allah, yeah.
Okay. Qabilut talibi or taliba. Qabilut taliba.
Qabiltu is the object, the subject, and the taliba is the
Object.
Halat Nasr.
Right? So Alhamdulillah, if you go read these this lecture, because today the lecture I did it all by what I've learned so far, but you can read these details on your own. And let's quickly do okay, here some more information. Ar-rafa in English is also known as nominative.
Nominative.
Okay, if you want to really know. And the English word for Arab is declension or declension. Like you decline things, something. You change the word. You change the status of the changing of the vowel, right? The final letter of a word in a statement. This changing of the vowel on the final letter word in a statement is called Arab, and in English is called declension. Okay. So there are only 3 forms. So a noun can only be in 3 states. It can be either the state of rafa, nasab, or jar. When it's in the state of rafa, we call it marfu. When it's the state of nasab, we call it mansub. And when it's a state of jar, we call it majrur. And the English names are nominative and the accusative and the genitive, right? And then whenever it's nominative, that is the subject. Okay, and its accusative is the object, and genitive is when it shows the possession.
Possession.
Okay, So you can also read this. Now look at this exercise number 1. It says, state whether the underlined words in the Quranic verses below are in the nominative, accusative, or genitive cases. So, Allahu latifun bi ibadi. So Allah is what? Halate?
Subject. Rafa.
Yeah, just say halate rafa for now, right? Let's try to get this vocabulary going. Allah is in the halate rafa, or he is marfu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is marfu in this sentence, right? Latifun,
Marfu.
Is
marfu.
Halati Rafa.
Ibadi,
Halati Jar.
Is Majrur.
majrur. So if you're not sure, let's look at the lesson example. See, Allah is marfu, latifun is marfu, and bi ibadi is
Majrur.
majrur. You get the idea now?
Okay.
Okay, now look at this ayah. Yawma tubaddalul ardul ghayr al ardi. What is al ardu?
Is
Marfu.
is
Halati Rafa.
Marfu.
Marfu, because there is a dhamma on it. So let's look at the answer. Al ardu is marfu.
Marfu.
Inna Allaha ala kulli shay'in qadir. So Allah here is
Mansub.
Majrur.
mansub, mashallah.
Mansub.
And kulli shay'in qadir, shay'in
Majrur.
Majrur.
majrur. Let's look at that. Number 3, Allah is mansub and shay'un is majrur. Man, you guys are good, mashallah. I think I should just end the subject right here. You know, this concept, people find it the hardest in Arabic, and this is when most of the people drop off from the class. But I find this very easy, alhamdulillah, and I feel that once you know, if you open your mind and you just understand the concept, then it becomes really easy. Do you agree?
Yeah.
وَقُلْنَا يَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةِ. First of all, can somebody tell me the meaning of this ayah? Or can somebody translate that for me?
We said, Ya Adamu.
And he said,
Live.
Ya Adamu,
And we said, Ya Adamu, live.
stay there,
Or stay.
Anta,
Anta, you
Live.
Wa zawjuka.
Wajawjuka, and your wife,
and your wife
Jannah.
in Jannah. MashaAllah. So, Zawjuka is in what state?
Nasab.
Nasab.
Nasab. And Al-Jannah?
Nasab.
Nasab.
Yes.
MashaAllah. The number 1, number 5. Wa ilallahi turja'ul umur. And to Allah ascend all matters, right? Or all matters go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is ilallahi? Allah is
Jar.
Majrur.
Jarura.
Majrur. Very good job. Let's check with Sister Umayma. The next one, number 6. Wallahu yad'u ilal jannati wal maghfirati bi izni. Sister Umayma, are you there? Looks like she's not there. No, she's there. Okay. How about Safe? Do you want to try this? Safe. Sarah, are you there?
Which one?
Okay, this one. Wallahu yadu ilal jannati wal maghfirati bi izni.
Am I translating it or what?
No, just tell me al jannah, what state is that in? Is it rafa, nasab, or jar? Safe.
I think it's jar
Jar. Why is that?
because of the
Okay, let's analyze it because we just said we know the rules. A Jannah is a male or female?
Female.
Female.
Is it one, dual, or Jama?
one.
One.
So what is the rule for singular and plural or masculine or feminine? How do we know the status?
The last letter has
Haraka of the last letter.
Yeah.
Haraka of the last letter. What is safe? What is the haraka of the last letter on Jannah?
Kasra.
Kasra.
Kasra. So what is this? What is the status now?
Majrur.
Majrur. Jazakallah khair. Saif, you need to review this.
Mhm.
Wal maghfirati also the same way.
Same.
Yeah.
It's the majrur. Okay. Ya ayyuhal insanu.
Insanu is
Marfu.
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 Very good. Tilkal jannatul lati nurisu min ibadina man kana taqiyya. Okay. Tilkal jannatu.
Rafa.
Marfu.
Marfu.
Very good. Innal insana lazalumun kaffar.
Insana is
Oh, there is no underline here. So let's look at number 10. Lahum darus salami inda rabbihim.
Majrur.
majrur.
Majrur darus salam. وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي.
Majrur.
My
Majrur.
Majrur. Now, Sister Afi, maybe you can do the translation. MashaAllah. This should be easy for you.
And we made from water
Mhm.
with all the lives.
Everything alive, right? Or we give life to everything with water, from water. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. Salamun alaykum bima sabartum.
Marfu.
Salamun is
Salam is Rafa.
marfu.
Salamun alaykum bima sabartum.
Marfu.
MashaAllah. Very good. Anzala minas sama'i ma'a.
Majrur.
My is majrur.
First one is Majrur. Second
Very
one is
Very good job.
Mansub.
Majrur. Very good. Is dakhalu alayhi faqalu salama.
Is Marfu.
Look again. Look at the last letter.
Mansub. No, Latin nasab.
Mansub.
Mansub. Very good. Now, I want you to know one more thing. Is it male or female?
Female.
Male.
Female. Female.
How is it female?
Hamza, Alif, Hamza.
There is no Hamza here. There's a dot.
No.
It's muzakkar. Remember when I said when you make the nasab of a muzakkar, you have to add the alif.
Mm.
There is the alif here. This is a dot. This is like a full stop, not a Hamza. So salama is muzakkar, and and this is nasab, right? Halat nasab. Faltaqal ma'u ala amrin qad qudir. Al ma'u is what?
Marfu.
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 Rafa.
Rafa. Very good. Wa qalu takhadha ar-rahmanu walada. Now again, walada here is what?
Is mansub.
Mansub. And how do you know? Because this is male, right? So what is happening here?
The Alif.
When you
Two
make,
alif.
you're adding the alif.
Alif.
Jazakallah khair. So Alhamdulillah, I think we covered a lot of ground today, and if it looks like it, that you guys understand the concept. Any questions, please let me know.
Okay.
No questions?
So the name Rafa and Marfu, these are they're the same.
Yeah, they're the same. So again, as I was saying, when a person accepts Islam, you call him Muslim. So Muslim becomes a name of identity of that person, that he is a Muslim. Why? Because he accepted Islam, right? So when a noun gets a dhamma or dhammatan, we call it marfu. That this noun has been marfu now. Okay. But if I want to say what is the status of this noun, I will say the status of rafa. He's in the state of rafa, right? But the marfu is kind of a name for that noun. That is, this noun is in the state of rafa. Get it?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So I think we should call it a day here. Mashallah, I'm happy with the progress. If you have any, please read through this this article here. It's only 3 pages, and please do the exercises, because you may feel that you know it or you understand it, but doing the exercise with your own hands. So look what I did here. Let me quickly show you. Are you able to see my camera still or no?
No.
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 Are
Okay.
we?
Let me show you my camera again. Okay, are you able to see the camera now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so please make this, let me minus it. So you make a page like this, okay? Again, this is going to be adad, right? This is going to be jins, okay? Here you put rafa, nasab, and jar, okay? Now it sounds easy, but once you do this with your own hand, I guarantee you, you will learn a lot. So you say wahid, and then try to put the English word underneath it so that you know what you're talking about. This is singular. Then you say muzakkar and muannas. Okay. Here adad mean number. Jins mean gender. Okay. And here you can put nominative. Okay. And here you can put accusative. And here you can put genitive. Right? And the same thing, you will say musanna and you call it dual, and then again muzakkar, muannas, and then you can also say jama salim, and you can make another line here. I have a ruler here. See, I use this ruler. So make a line here like that, and then underneath it you can say jama mukassar, and here you can have male, female, and then you have male and female. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So do you guys want to do one exercise or you want to call it a day?
One.
One last exercise? Okay.
Yes.
Let's do this. What is this?
Qalam.
Okay. Is
Qalam.
it wahid?
Number.
We know it's wahid. So how can I tell the status?
Qalamun.
Qalamun.
I will put
Salaman.
Tomatain.
damatain, mashallah. In the nasab, I'm going to say
Qalam.
Qalaman.
Qalaman.
because it is muzakkar, right?
Mhm.
Qalaman. Qala. And when I do this, I also learn the other Arab, the haraka of the other letters, right? And what will be the
Qalam.
Qalamin.
kalamin? So qalamin.
Min.
Okay. Now, since kalamun is muzakkar, I cannot make a muannas by adding the golta because this is not a real muzakkar. This is just by convention. Making sense?
Mhm.
So let's look at the musanna. So we say kala,
Qalamani.
Qalamani.
Mani.
kalamani. Very good job, kalamani. And then what is the nasab? Who can tell me that?
Qalamin.
Qalamani.
Kalamaini.
Main.
Ni.
Kalamaini. And nasab jar.
Qalamaini.
So,
try to do the example. I'm sure you will learn a lot when you do this. So everybody understand this?
Mm.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. I'm very happy because I thought that it will require me a lot of effort to make you understand. MashaAllah, you are a bunch of genius people, smart people. MashaAllah, may Allah give you more knowledge and be happy. And Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله
rahmatullahi.
وعليكم
وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله
Jazakallah khair.
وبركاته. جزاكم الله خير وأحسن الجزاء.
جزاكم الله خير.
Yeah.